Alright guys, tonight is AEW Revolution, so that means it's now time for some more wrong predictions. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Like I said, it is AEW Revolution tonight, 2023. In all honesty, man, I've no interest in this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view has not got me excited, it's not got me buzzing. I don't think wrestling's really got me excited. I can't even remember the last thing in wrestling to get me excited. It's been a very long time, but tonight certainly is not doing it. I probably won't even watch it tonight. I'll probably just watch it tomorrow. I mean, the thought of having to sit up to like 5 AM to watch AEW is soul destroying. I mean, if it's the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, then so be it. But, I mean, AEW Revolution, no, I don't think so. And we are going to be using Wikipedia because the AEW website absolutely sucks. I tell you what, that's one thing. There's a lot of things AEW will never touch WWE. But like the WWE's like production and website and media and stuff like that, AEW will never get near WWE, man. We're just talking a totally different playing field. You go on the AEW website, looks like shit. You go on the AEW YouTube channel, looks like shit. I mean, WWE literally upload the segment when it happens on Raw or SmackDown. They'll upload it in about, half an hour. AEW, I've seen Dynamite being finished for 2 days, 48 hours, and they still haven't uploaded some clips on their YouTube channel, man. So, yeah, in terms of media, WWE have it right. You go on WWE.com and you can find whatever you want. You go on the WWE network and it's just so easy to find everything. I've heard people complain about Peacock, but the WWE network, the WWE.com, that stuff works well. AEW.com, you can't find shit. Anyway, enough bashing AEW. Let's talk. Well, I'll probably bash AEW more doing these predictions, but yeah, let's get into the predictions. Now, the first thing I did notice is, and I am not complaining, but AEW and the AEW women constantly talk about how they're better than WWE and how they get more chances and how they get this and how they get that and how they're respected more and how they're, treated better than WWE treat their women, blah, 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 blah. And we look at tonight's card and the women have one match. And again, I'm not complaining. I think women should have one match. I that's what I think it should be. Now, I can make a case for two, but anytime you get a pay-per-view and it's like maybe there's like 8 matches and they're doing like 4 men and 4 women, I'm like, what the actual fuck? There should be no more than 2 women's matches, in my opinion. But AEW only have one tonight, so I just thought I'd point that out there. But anyway, we'll go with the prelim match. Look, Mark Briscoe is going to win the prelim match because Tony Khan is sucking up. He's trying to play the good guy, and since his brother died, he's going to have this guy win matches. Don't get me wrong, this guy's not going to be a champion. He's going to be a bum. He's going to continue to win matches that don't matter. But Tony Khan's going to push him. Tony Khan's going to let him pick up victories just so Tony Khan can come across as a nice guy. So yeah, Mark Briscoe will win on the pre-show. Let's move into the main show though. We've got Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a final burial match. Honestly, out of the entire card, this might be the match that I'm most excited to see. I think Christian Cage is currently the best thing on AEW. I don't really mind Jungle Boy. I don't think he's great by any means, but he's okay, and especially when he's in a feud with Christian, it makes him more watchable. So yeah, I'd probably say on the matches tonight, this is the one that I am looking forward to. Should be interesting. Final Burial, is that AEW's version of a Buried Alive match? I'm not too sure. Either way, I am looking forward to this match, but I'm going to go with Christian to win. In my opinion, it doesn't really make much sense to have Christian come back and lose. So yeah, I'm going to go with a Christian win. And maybe we'll see the return of Luchasaurus. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I am going to go with a Christian Cage victory in this one. Moving on, Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks. The man that looks like The Rock. And I tell you what, that is like the only thing he has in common with The Rock. People actually comparing this guy on a promo to The Rock, man. See, are they for real? And you know what? I actually don't hate Ricky Starks out of AEW. Out of their homegrown roster, he's probably one of my favourite. But still, it doesn't mean I think the guy's good. I don't. I think Jericho will win. I mean, the last time these two fought, Jericho lost. I just don't really see Jericho losing again. Although I think Jericho's run in AEW has been hard to predict. You know, he goes through spells where he just doesn't seem to lose, and then he'll go through spells where he just doesn't seem to win. So, I mean, who knows? I just don't think Jericho will lose twice in a row, so I'm going to go with Chris Jericho. Moving on, we have the 6-man tag team match for the AEW World Titles. Fuck this match, honestly. Fuck this match. And people love the Young Bucks, right? And I was thinking about this earlier. It's like, what have the Young Bucks got in terms of a character? Like, what is their character? I can't even remember the last time I heard the Young Bucks on a microphone. I can't remember the last time the Young Bucks did a promo. Legit, all they do is turn up and wrestle in these multi-man matches and do dive, super kick dive, no-sell, flip-flop, fly, dive, super kick, no-sell, tombstone, flip-flop, Meltzer driver, 1, 2, 3. That's all the Young Bucks do. They don't fucking have a character, man. It's actually embarrassing, man. It's like two gymnastics that, you know, tried to rip off the Hardy Boys. That's all they are. I don't know how anyone can go, the Young Boys or my, the Young Bucks, or whatever they're called, are my favourite tag team of all time, or people love the Young Boys. You look at anybody in the wrestling business who got over, they got over for their character. I mean, you look at all the top guys. Hulk Hogan got over for his character, not his ring work. Same with Stone Cold, same with The Undertaker. You name it, every generation, everybody got over because of their character. Ric Flair, he could go 60 minutes, but nobody would give a shit about Ric Flair going 60 minutes if he wasn't the Nature Boy. Woo! But, like, the fucking Young Bucks, like, today's, I mean, I'm not just blaming the Young Bucks, I mean, 99% of today's roster don't have a character, but the Young Bucks must be the worst. Out of people that are actually pushed, people that are actually thought of as, like, main event people, I mean, the Young Bucks, literally, they're just two guys that come out and have fucking fake-looking matches. That is it. That is it. Honestly, man, I don't see the love for the Young Bucks. I think they're one of the worst things in pro wrestling, and some people love them. Some people want them to turn up in WWE. Like, honestly. Well, I mean, let's look at... I don't like the tag teams in WWE. Well, there's a couple that I don't mind. I like the Usos. I don't like the New Day, but holy fuck, the New Day... And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the New Day are a million times better than the Young Bucks, man. Come on. I mean, the Viking Raiders are better than the Young Bucks. Anybody... You know, you could stick two fucking bums from NXT together and they would be better than the Young Bucks. Alpha Academy is better than the Young Bucks. Literally any team I can think of in WWE is better than the Young Bucks. I mean, come on, Alpha Academy are pretty entertaining. What have the Young Bucks ever did? What have they done? Absolutely nothing. And then you add Kenny Omega into their mix and the Elite absolutely suck. I don't even like the House of Black. But I do think the House of Black should win tonight. Will they win, though? Probably not. Probably the Elite will win. I think the House of Black should win, but it will probably be the Elite that pick up the win and retain the AEW World Tag Team, the World Trio Tag Team. Trio Championships are garbage, man. They don't work. Honestly, man, they had them in AAA and all of a sudden now they have to do them in AEW. Triple tag team shit doesn't work, man. Honestly, it sucks. Absolutely sucks. But unfortunately, I'm going to go with the Elite to win that one. Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho. Can't see past Jamie Hayter. I mean, apparently the crowd love her. I don't know why. Jamie Hayter, I think, is boring as fuck. Her catchphrase, Hater hits hard. That's literally the only thing she's got. I don't know why people like Jamie Hayter. I prefer Britt Baker. And I don't like Britt Baker either. But for me, Britt Baker is just more of a character. I think she's more polished. I think she's more of a star than Jamie Hayter is. I don't see anything in Jamie Hayter other than someone who just wrestles. And for me, that ain't enough. I mean, everyone can wrestle in 2023, or at least this current style of wrestling, everyone can fucking do it. So yeah, Jamie Hayter being able to do it doesn't impress me. I definitely don't think Ruby Soho should be anywhere near a title. And I don't really think Saraya can go. I wouldn't be surprised if Saraya did win though. However, I will go with Jamie Hayter because I just think that I don't think her reign's been, successful enough to drop the belt yet. Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. I'm going to go for a win for Hangman Adam Page. I think he will get the win over Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley has barely lost to anybody. He's got a really good record in AEW, so this would be a massive win for Adam Page if he does come out successful, and I think he will. I think it's too obvious to have Jon Moxley win. I think Adam Page needs a bit of revenge, and I do think he will win this match. But again, if Moxley does win, I won't be surprised considering just how easily Moxley has won matches before. The guy literally wins non-stop, so who knows. But I'm going to go with Hangman Adam Page. Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Unfortunately, I do think they'll give the belt back to Wardlow here. Well, I say unfortunately, it's not like Samoa Joe's doing anything great with the belt. The winner of this will take on Powerhouse Hobbs. I believe we've already seen Hobbs versus Wardlow, but I still think Wardlow will win this match. I think Samoa Joe is going to lose. I mean, I like Samoa Joe in his prime, but AEW Samoa Joe just isn't really cutting it for me. Remember, last time Samoa Joe was good, in my opinion, was probably during this feud with Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman was putting him over as a killer. I mean, I kind of like that version of Samoa Joe, and I suppose that's partly down to Paul Heyman being good at what he does, but yeah, this Samoa Joe, I'm not really digging. I think Wardlow will win the AEW TNT Championship back. Moving on to the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We have the champions, the Guns, taking on the Acclaimed, taking on Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, and taking on Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. So, bit of a strange match. I'm sure it was supposed to be the Guns versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, but the Acclaimed got added, and then they did another match on Dynamite to add in Cassidy and Danhausen for whatever reason. I do not know. I just don't see the Guns losing. Orange Cassidy and Danhausen are probably literally just in this match, so Danhausen can take the pinfall. I think the Guns will retain. That's my prediction. And moving on to the main event, Iron Man match, 60-minute Iron Man match for the AEW World Championship. It's going to be MJF versus Bryan Danielson. Who's going to come out on top when these two face each other? You know what? I think MJF's probably the most overrated guy in wrestling. I mean, there was a period of time in AEW where I liked him, but that period is well gone. The guy legit cuts the same fucking promo every single week, and it's weird because he's supposed to be a heel, yet he comes out and cries and tries to get sympathy every single week, bringing up the fact that he's a Jew and he's been looked down upon his whole life. I mean, what kind of heel is this? I'm not really digging this MJF run. Bryan Danielson, I'm not digging him either. I don't think Bryan Danielson will win tonight. I think he probably should be a champion considering the AEW roster isn't that great. And I'm surprised he hasn't been a champion yet. He's came in and he's not really been pushed like I thought he would have. I don't think he'll win tonight though. I'm going to go with MJF to win the Iron Man match and retain the AEW World Championship. So, I mean, I think it would be interesting if they done something. And let's say if Daniel Bryan's winning, for example, Daniel Bryan was talking about how he's got a beautiful wife. What if Brie Bella was in attendance tonight and Daniel Bryan is winning with 30 seconds to go or whatever, and then MJF grabs Brie Bella and he's threatening to strike Brie Bella or hit Brie Bella with the ring unless Daniel Bryan forfeits a fall and submits or whatever, and then with seconds to go maybe Bryan could submit and MJF wins that way. That would be something. I think that would be good. MJF using heel tactics, doing something dastardly. But again, I think the AEW fanboys would piss their pants if that happened because they only care about wrestling. They actually don't care about anything else. So yeah, that would be a bit too sports entertainment for them. They want clean finishes. They want wrestlers in fucking tights just wrestling. They don't want something like that. They don't want like an entertainment style finish. But yeah, I think something like that would be good. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do think MJF will win. So yeah, guys, quickly, tonight, my predictions. Briscoe and those two masked guys will win in the pre-show. Cage will beat Jungle Boy. Jericho will beat Starks. The Elite will unfortunately retain their titles. Jamie Hayter will retain her title. Hangman Page will beat Moxley. Wardlow will beat Samoa Joe. The Guns will win the Fatal 4-Way match and retain the World Tag Team Championships. And MJF will remain AEW World Champion. That's my prediction, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below. I will catch you in the next one. And until then, peace.